Hey guys, Mustang in here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we finally got the Fusions Easy A's live on Global. Shout out to everybody that came out to the stream last night. We went through and absolutely decimated that event with the Double God Trunks lead Heroes team. Very, very easy. And now we have the 4 characters awakened. We're going to start showing them off. Obviously, full level 10 links. So we're starting off with our boy BARLOT here, the fusion of Goku and Bardock. Although for some reason, not on the Goku family team, just like Vegex is not on the Vegeta family team. I don't know why they decided to do that, because, I mean, this guy has 2 categories. So it'd be quite nice if he was on at least one other team, but there you go. So he gets pretty decent after his Easy A. I haven't given any of the new Fusions units skill orbs. I don't know how much I will use them in the grand scheme of things, but for a super attack, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does supreme damage to the enemy. So obviously that is very good. His passive randomly changes key spheres of a certain type other than STR to STR. He gets attack and defense 30% per key sphere obtained. So that is a pretty strong nuking ability. He also gets an additional attack and defense 30% and chance of performing a crit 15% with 3 or more orbs obtained. High chance of launching an additional super with 5 or more orbs. And then an additional attack and defense 30% and chance to crit 15% with 7 orbs. So if you pick up 7 orbs, he's getting an extra, what, 60% attack and defense with a 30% chance to crit and a high chance of launching an additional super. So originally with his kit, because he was already a nuker, you can see I've given him a little bit more crit than additional. But now he's definitely going to be better with more additional, especially because when you pick up those even 3 orbs, he's already getting a 15% chance to crit. So we're going to go ahead and see how good he can be here. We're on the crossover team because he actually shares a lot of links with the AGL base Bardock. So we're going to get that rotation set up. We can get 9 orbs here, so we can get his full passive to activate. So start of the turn, wow. He's getting support from Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. He gives 20% to crossover allies, and then obviously Supreme Kai gives 30% with the RNG chance that it could be 40%. But he's at 250k defense here with the orbs collected, and remember he's going to greatly raise defense on Super. Now that is based on his start of turn defense, not this current defense after picking up all the orbs, but he should still be like over 300k defense after super attacking. So let's go ahead and see what attack stat we can get from him here on the first turn. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I put Super Saiyan 4 Vegito in slot 1 because the orb layout wasn't very good, but I was able to grab a couple with him and it dropped down that whole chain of the 9 orbs for Barlot. So double super from Vegito, and let's see what we get now from our boy here. 3.5 mil. It's pretty crazy considering I was using him on my JP account before his super. Look at that. And then the additional super goes up to 3.8. So yeah, using him before his Easy A, even with a reasonable amount of orbs picked up, he would struggle to hit like 1 million attack stat. So 3.5 followed by a 3.8, of which we got the crit as well. I also brought this STR Super Saiyan 2 Trunks because he's a very good support unit. Yeah, let's get rid of these green orbs here and then do this. So if this guy does survive this turn, we got a decent amount of orbs at the bottom here. He probably will survive the turn, actually. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito deals decent damage. Be nice if we could get a super counter here in the first slot as well, maybe? No, okay, no super. And then, of course, this Trunks, not only is he a solid unit in and of his own right, but he provides 40% support to crossover units. Because he supports all allies, but then he gives a little bit of an extra buff to crossover. He does also, I've tried to make sure that all of our 3rd slot floating units have shattering the limit as well, because the... Actually, what links do you share with Super Saiyan 4 Bardock? Experienced fighters as Saiyan warrior race. Interesting, because yeah, they awakened with... he hasn't awakened yet, so he doesn't... When he eventually awakens, he will have shattering the limit as well, but... should we put you in slot 1? You can get 4 orbs, you can get 6. Because the thing with him is, to get his full passive, to get all of those abilities, we need to pick up 7 orbs. So, if we do this, will Vegito kill him though? That's the only problem. I feel like whoever goes first is potentially going to kill. So let's just see, let's see what he just gets with the 60% then. He's only going to have Fused Fire, because I want to put... I want to float Bardock off onto the other rotation. I think I actually could have got 7 orbs if I'd gone to the right and picked up the rainbow one. But we'll see what he's like here without that last extra 30% buff. So still 2.2. We only picked up 6 orbs. So obviously the one thing you will run into with him is like any nuker, he's, you know, potentially going to get screwed over by a bad turn where you don't get a lot of orbs. But the fact that he greatly raises defense on super is very good, because even if you're not picking up the hugest amount of orbs, he's still getting a nice little defense buff off of his super attack effect. But obviously you want to make sure you are getting the decent amount of orbs. So let's see, I want to try and set up non-STR orb like clusters. So we'll just go ahead and do this, because then he's going to change some other orbs into STR. I did also bring the Lemo item that changes orbs to STR and gives an attack buff per STR orb, and we'll save that for one big attack, like for the final turn or something. Look at this Trunks, 3.6 million on this dude, and he's a support. I mean, we're on a rotation of 3 support units now, to be fair, but man, they finally gave that guy an awakening, and he is very, very good. So Supreme Kai of Time is one of the units that I think will be easying this year. I believe it is her and the Xeno Super Saiyan 3s. That rotation is her easy A, sorry, is going to be very good. So yeah, on this rotation, we have every single link active except for Shattering the Limit, and we're just getting the little bit of support from Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. So we're starting the turn at 61k defense, which looks bad, but he is a nuker, so I mean. So let's do this, and then we're going to grab all of these STR orbs, so we can get 10 orbs. Okay, so 10 STR orbs for our boy. So that gives us now 247k defense pre-super. So yeah, he's going to be just under about 300k after he super attacks, which is pretty good. That is with 10 orbs collected, so obviously that's not always going to be like a standard turn for him, but he is at least a nuker that does have orb changing, because it's very frustrating when they give units orb requirements, but then they don't actually change their own orbs. And of course, AGL Bardock, who everybody loves to slander these days, double supers and kills, so typical. That one super did a perfect amount of damage that would have been quite a nice turn to see what Barlot was going to do, and then yeah, he goes ahead and double super attacks. So let's go ahead and just grab these. Hopefully we change the tech orbs. I brought Super Saiyan 4 Bardock just because I thought it'd be kind of appropriate for the theme, right? Having him on the team, considering Barlot is the fusion of Bardock and Goku. And he should awaken in this next Heroes celebration, because normally they wait 2 years to awaken the side banner units. Because obviously the Gotenks and Gohanks awaken this time. The Xeno Super Saiyan 4s, like they don't normally Xeno Super Saiyans, I should say, from the Xeno base form. They don't normally awaken them like the next year. So this Super Saiyan 4 Bardock and Super Saiyan 4 Gohan should awaken during the Hero celebration for this year. So, and yeah, I did bring a Senzu Bean because good old Dabura likes to lock people in place. So we get every link except Fused Fighter on this rotation. But is Bardock just going to kill again? We can only get 6 orbs in slot 1. If we put you in slot 1, so he shares those 5 links with Bardock, which is pretty good. We can get 6 orbs, so we are getting the chance to additional. We're getting a little bit of extra attack and defense, and we are getting the extra crit chance. So he's at 173k with 6 orbs collected. So post super attack, he's still going to be around 200k defense, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab this. So what kind of attack stat do you get on this turn? Still 3.6 mil, thanks to the links. You can see the difference. Like, we got around that attack stat on the first turn with more orbs collected, but he didn't have a lot of his links active. So this rotation, him being with the AGL Bardock on the crossover team, is really, really good. Now, one downside, of course, is it means we can't transform Bardock, because if we transform the Bardock into Super Saiyan, then obviously his links change. And so that does affect how well he links with Barlot quite considerably. But on the flip side, for these longer events, obviously Bardock is infinitely stacking defense before you transform him. So whilst he's not going to be doing crazy damage, it will be perfectly fine to just leave him untransformed. And then the ideal rotation is for him to be a tank in slot 1, while Barlot then attacks in slot 2 with a support unit in slot 3, hopefully giving him like Shattering the Limit. Of course he super attacks the STR unit that can't counter supers. What a surprise. Out of all of the slots on this turn where we could have had the super attack, of course it's there in the middle. So, alright, so I don't think AGL Bardock will finish off Majin Vegeta here unless he double supers again. Let's go ahead and see, because this is the kind of turn I wanted. We're getting the heal off of the support memory. So now we've got every link except Fused Fighter. We've got all of these STR orbs down here. So if I go ahead and do this, and then we can get 8 orbs. So with all these links active and support, we are at 226k defense at the start of the turn. And let's go ahead and see. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this particular attack stat is for this turn, because this is a lot of links active. We've got a decent amount of orbs. We've got support. Bardock obviously just going to tank in slot 1. Perfectly fine here. At least he doesn't stack his attack as well, so he's not going to be putting out crazy numbers at the end of the battle here. 4.75. That's pretty good. And look at that, we get the crit. We don't get the additional though, sadly, because the additional would have finished him off even without a crit. So Trug's able to come in and get the finish. So I mean, he's looking pretty good. The fact that he creates his own orbs, that's basically the you just got to kind of play smart in the sense that you try and save up like clusters of orbs together, right, to be changed. So if we go ahead and grab this, we can get these and then grab all of these AGLs, and then that brings all these STR orbs down. So if he changes the tech orbs into STR on the next turn, that's going to be very, very good. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, what are you doing? Not countering the super attack, outrageous. In fact, I think that Barbadi only super attacks, so maybe we shouldn't have left Supreme Kai in slot 3, but she does massively raise her defense on super attack, and thanks to the 1 stone thing for version Z, I did change her hidden potential so she has more additional. But she did not double super. However, we are surviving just about. So do I want to do this turn as the turn where I use the Lemo item? That would give me a decent amount of healing. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what this is going to do for us here. Because with the Vegito in slot 3, we have every link active except for Shattering the Limit. So what is this going to do? Right, so then if I grab the tech orbs for you. Alright, so this is 18 orbs. 16 of them are STR. So he's getting the extra, wow, so he's getting the extra attack per, wait, what is it? It's 5% per orb obtained. So his defense is 371k. Obviously, this is going to be a very big attack stat. The fact that Bardock is sealed in slot 1 is actually perfect as well, because it means he can't Dokkan attack. So now our boy Barlot is getting the Dokkan attack here. His attack stat is 13.9 million. So obviously unrealistically inflated because of the item, but still. Just under a 14 million attack stat for Barlot here, with a 30% chance to crit, because we picked up all of the orbs, as well as the secondary roll of 28% chance to crit, because mine has 14 crit in the hidden potential system. And of course he didn't crit, but almost 20 million damage. That's it's pretty good. Obviously, nuking style units are always going to get insane buffs when you use the those items. So look at this. With all the key support on this turn, we don't even need to be smart with the orbs here. We can just leave all of these STR ones. Will I use the item again next turn? Maybe not. We'll see. Obviously, we get a full heal off of that, because that is an insane amount of damage. I feel like Super Saiyan 4 Bardock still holds his own fairly reasonably, considering he's a unit that's not awakened yet. So I really can't wait to see what they do with his awakening. Same with the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. Very, very exciting, especially because obviously the anniversary units bringing the LR Super Saiyan 4s, like making the Super Saiyan 4 team, if you want, well, obviously it's Giant 8 power, but if you want to run like the full Super Saiyan 4 monkey team, like these guys, when they get their awakenings, are just going to be super, super fun. So we do have to lose out on Fused Fire if we want to put you in slot 1. But now bear in mind, This, actually, I'm not going to use the item because this is actually like, this is the realistic situation. I did not use any orb manipulation items, and we've managed to get into a situation where we can pick up 16 orbs with him. So sometimes you just have to get lucky, but this is what I was saying. Like, units that nuke, that create their own orbs, are always going to be so much better. You get a much less chance of getting shafted. So, 7.1 million. 7.1 on a very realistic turn, because we did not manipulate the orbs at all. And then he additionals for 7.6. So, whilst he's on very limited teams, especially because obviously Crossover is the only team that you can run him with this AGL Bardock, I would say that that is a pretty solid showing for Barlot. It is a massive shame that he's not on Goku Family, because that's another team where you could run that rotation. Maybe in the future they'll add them in like they did with, you know, like adding AGL, Goten and Trunks to Fusion and stuff like that. But yeah, I think he's definitely very good, even though he is very limited. So let me know what you guys think of Barlot down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.